Now, I don't know about you, but I am a bit disappointed in what I have just found out. Now, I'm sure for some of you, if you're not aware, the Biden administration has recently created a program to help forgive student loan debt. And if you make under $175,000 a year, then you could have up to $20,000 forgiven of student loan, which, I mean, personally, I don't believe it's much, but hey, whatever. Cool. $20,000 towards student forgiveness loan, that's a start. Great. But this mess, this ridiculousness, this just... let me back up. So, what ended up happening is a group called the Jobs Creators Network, basically a group of billionaires who, are just way into themselves and petty. Like, this is a level of pettiness that I just cannot even... I can't with this level of pettiness, okay? So this group essentially complained and went to court to try and stop this program from happening, saying that it is reckless government spending and it is government overreach, that the government basically shouldn't help those in need, because what are they there for? Like, I'm pretty sure that's in the job description somewhere, for the government to kind of help the people, fight for the people, be there for the people. They run on all those principles, of cutting student loan debt, better housing, wages, all that. But when it actually comes to it, no. The moment some corporate billionaire comes in and starts arguing, then it's all of a sudden it's a problem. When regular people need help, it's a problem. And I don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand this. I mean, imagine you're worth billions of dollars and you're complaining about people wanting to have their loans forgiven. Just a measly $20,000. I mean, $20,000 compared to billions of dollars to what these billionaires have. I mean, it doesn't even compare. I mean, it doesn't, And the thing is, many people, they go to college and some have to drop out halfway without a degree and have to all of a sudden find other opportunities while still having to pay off these debt. And it's just, it ruins their lives. I mean, it ruins many people's lives. And there are new studies showing that people, elderlies, are basically aging all the way to the end of their lives with these debt. Imagine you borrow money to go back to college and you're paying it off until the time you die. Like a life sentence. Like, that is what it is. A life sentence. You're paying off this debt. And it's crazy to me that the government would punish people for wanting to go to school, an institution, to get the tools and sharpen their skills for businesses, trade, and many other things that you learn at these institutions. It's crazy to me that you have to essentially be charged an arm and a leg, sometimes even, a cost of a house or a car to get an education. Like, this is not like, a quick fix or something. Like, an education, I mean, that's like an investment in your future. Like, that's an investment in someone's future. Like, this is not like something where you go and you just complete overnight. Like, this is like years of studying and hard work and, sweat, tears, and, staying up. You're investing a lot, but then you add the pressure of having to pay off that debt. And some work 2 jobs and more to make ends meet. And that's not right. And I mean, just think of the progress that we lose out on because several people are unable to get an education because they have to drop out because they can't afford it. Or, just imagine what the United States alone, or just the world, could be like if education was free or just affordable. Just affordable. I mean, I'll settle for affordable. I'm sure most people would. And we're losing out on so many brilliant ideas and businesses, science, medicine, technology. There are so many people out there with so many ideas, and all they need is just the education to kind of take them to the next level and, to get started. And this will increase competition. This will increase, our GDP. And of course, it's crazy to me. And of course, that word competition, I'm sure many billionaires are looking at it as like competition. Like, we don't need more competition. Like, what? Like, not competition? No. Everything's fine the way it is. I mean, because most of them, have a monopoly on several or certain areas of businesses. So, yeah, most don't want competition. But it's sad. It's sad that there are just so many things that we lose out on by people not being able to get the education due to something as menial or as insignificant as money. It's crazy to me. It really is crazy to me. But a lot of groups have come out to, kind of let the Biden administration know that they should basically forgive these student debts. But of course, no, with these politicians, they'll only listen to, they don't want to lose out on their donors. Like, it's like, oh, normal people who will get us elected, or donors and money. And a lot of them are good at lying. That's the thing. And that's the thing that as millennials and Gen Z kind of comes up, and it starts taking over, we need to really take into account who we elect into public office. We really need to get out there and vote out these individuals who basically say one thing, but then once they get into office, it's like, huh? What? Huh? I didn't say that. Well, it's a work in progress. It's a complicated situation. It takes time and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, you said you were going to cancel student debt, work on affordable housing. I mean, you look at California, you have so many homeless people, and it's not just California, all over. People can't afford even basics, like basic things like housing. I mean, forget about getting sick, because if you get sick, I mean, it's game over. Like you're really in debt after that. Like, so our healthcare it's just as bad. And then of course the wages aren't keeping up. It's one thing if at least the wages kept up with the cost of living, but wages aren't even keeping up. And pretty soon, I mean, I feel like people are going to reach a point where it's just gonna all boil over, and there are going to be riots. Like, enough is going to be enough, because it's like, how much can you really push people? Like, how long are you going to keep pushing people with all these different issues? And it's sad. It's just sad. But I don't want to make this any longer, because I don't want to keep rambling at this point. But if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share, and let me know in the comments. I mean, do you have student debt? What are your thoughts on, basically all of this? Thank you, and see you next time.